Hi everyone. Quickly, I want to share something, and my name is Israel Adiaye, and I welcome you to my YouTube channel. So today, I'll be sharing with you how you'll be able to implement partial search with Node.js and MongoDB. All right. So let me just quickly Let me terminate the service and start again. Okay. Before I start, let me just do a quick walkthrough. Okay. So I have my service here, and inside the service, you need to at first set up whatever model you want to be using. So I have this user model that is packed with a lot of other schemas. So I have inside the schema, I have the user schema, the service category, service schema, appointment, review, invoice, service demand, schemas. So all of those are exported. So I just quickly want to um, do an implementation on service, something like when you were trying to search for services and you just don't want it to type in full. You just want to type part of the name or anything inside the service name or the username you're looking for, and you have a lot of suggestion, just like the one on Telegram, the one on Instagram, the one on all these popular social media. Okay, so I'll be using this model. I'll be using the service model, this service schema, and I'm using service category also. So I have the category, and you can have any number of category for the services you want to list. And for you to be able to do that, you don't want to be typing services in full. So as you're typing, like now, if you want to implement it in React, you should be able to have some use effect that fetches the information. Then you'll be able to pick on time without typing the category or the service name in full. Okay, so that being said, we have the schema for the category, the service category. We have the schema for the service, and that's what I'll be working on. And I'll just be implementing it on the name alone. All right, you can implement it on anything, but I'll be implementing it on the name. So when I search and I type something like, instead of cleaning, I can just type C, and it brings suggest every services or all the services with uh, that has that letter S. If I want to keep streamlining it, okay, cleaning CL, it's reduced cleaning if I, till I'm at the last alphabet inside or on the service that I really want to look for. All right, so we're done with the model. So I'll go to the controller. Inside my controller, I have different controllers that I've implemented, and just to be sure and just to be clear, we only want to implement for just service category and services. So, and that's I implemented that inside this service controller. So I have the get service category by name, and also I have the get service by name. Now, the miracle performer here, what is really performing the miracle is register expression. So that's regex constructor. That's what really help you or help one in able to just tell the program or tell these particular endpoints that it should just look for anything that is similar, that is looking like what you are typing, and it will be able to give you back those information. So let me tell you what is going on inside this place. First, I'm sending the name. I'm sending this name. Okay, so I'm no more using this. I'm just using it as parent. All right. So you can, instead of that, you can quickly just bring your parent here, request.parent. You can cut this out. Request.parent. Just put this one here. Right. So I'll be using this name here. So the name request.parent, then I'm using it here. Now, so we have the pattern. I just register it inside this variable. That's a regex pattern, and I just want to console log whatever is being sent, whatever I'm putting in. So the pattern that I'm putting in. Now I'll call this service. This is the model. You need to import the model from the schema from your model file. And this is the schema service schema. Also, this is the service category schema. So I've imported the two of them here. Okay. So let's go back to the um, to the code block, to the endpoint itself. Okay, so after I'm able to get the information that I want inside the service, of course you must have put some information inside the service schema, inside the service collection, and if there is nothing there, then definitely you will not be able to get anything. That's where you get no service found. Okay, so I'm passing the regex pattern, then I'm passing this also, which is a function, which is actually a method for getting anything similar to whatever you're searching for with with MongoDB. Okay, so and I'm checking it against the property name, like I've said inside the model. So if you're able to get that, you should be able to get how many of these suggestion um, your code is returning. If you are getting that, then fine. Then if you're getting more than one, better still, if you're getting an information back from the request you have made to the service endpoint, this is a service table. If you're getting a response and that response is definitely stored inside the service, and if it's really definitely is not going to be zero now, because it's more than one. So you return, sorry, if it's not more than zero, or better still, everything you've gotten when you have searched, you cannot find anything inside the service. So what you're getting, definitely the length of the array or the length of the object will not be more than zero, definitely be zero. So that's why you're having no service and you're getting a response status of 404 and success is false. Okay. However, if you can get something, if the length of the services is more than one, or better is more than zero, you can get one, you can get 20, you can get 2,000 from your search. If it's more than one, then you want to respond that okay, we've been able to get some services that has um, something that look like what you are just searching for. So that's why we're having status response 200 and success is true. And we just have any this simple message, the count, which is the service count um, that we have declared here. Then the data itself, which is the services. Or else if there's any other information or any other error that is happening, be it you cannot connect to the database or you are not passing what you need to pass, then you are likely to get server error. So that's why we're having this we are returning this internal server error. So that's that for get service name. I don't know if I should. Okay, let me just go through the get service category name also, which is basically the same thing. The same thing. So once again, I'll just instead of passing this request of parent here, I'll pass the request of parent here, control V, and the name. So the name will be here. Okay, so the same thing. If you're able to get information from whatever you have sent, so we console log it here. And what else? Then also we save everything, all the information we are getting inside a service, inside this variable service, and we console log it if it's fine. Then we should be able to get the number of items that we are able to retrieve inside this particular object. It's going to return an object. So this the counts of the object. So is what we mean. That's why we are appending this length to it. So if the length is not more than zero, if it's just zero, if it's an empty object, if an empty array or something, then you'll be getting no service found or no service category found. So, like you can see, if you have been able to get one, you can implement it for any number or any other service or any other schema you want to implement the regex expression, regex on service category, new service category found. Okay. So also, I'm returning this if it's successful. If I'm able to get something, if I'm able to get an information, that means the service length is more than zero. So, and I'll be returning the count and the services that we're able to retrieve with the search. Same thing, if there's error, you throw the error. Then we're done. Okay, so I register this. Where the where the real gist is now is when you're constructing your routes. Okay, don't forget that we are asking this inside a params, not inside query, inside a params. And when I'm asking this inside a param, I have some other endpoints that are getting information by user ID using the service as the service directory and the service category directory also. So now, if I just so let me just go to the route so that you can understand what I'm trying to say. So I have the service route here. I just open it. Okay, these are all the endpoints I've built. So I'll just from service first. You can see that we have a params ID. All right, I'm getting some information with params ID, params ID. Now, if I just say I want to get slash name, what the system will recognize it will be that I'm still searching by ID, and the code that we implement get by service name or get all service sorry get service by name. The code that we implement that will not recognize that that's what I'm calling. So that's why we need to introduce another directory. You can try it on your own to test it out. So we have another directory. So I have service slash services, then the name I'm passing. So that will be my URL or the endpoint I'm trying to call. Then I'll be able to get the information. Okay, the same on service category. So here, I just have to make something so that I'll be able to get the information I need. You can see category ID, categories name, because I'm expected to get more than one if I'm searching not in full. It is called partial search function. Okay, so let's go and test. Here, let me clear, this and just start npm start. So if you have any question, even if you're not able to implement this or you're implementing it and you're getting error, you can just reach out to me. I'll be glad to help out. Okay, just drop your comments. Drop your question is on in the comment section. I should be able to attend to you. All right. All right. So we've been able to connect successfully to the database. You know how to connect to your database. If you, I have other I can do video on this one if you cannot connect to the database. So we are listening on port 3001 and our database connection was successful. So now let's go to, we can test it anywhere. It's a get request. So you can test anywhere. You can test anywhere. So now we have localhost 3001 / API. So I have this already. So first, let's test for service. All right, I said there will be services. There will be services as a directory. All right. So now, I'm searching for a service, any service that has A in it, and definitely I don't have much services listed or registered. You can see I have this is the service name because it has A in it, and this one also has in service name. This one also has A in it. So everything that all the service that has A in it definitely will come up. Now let's see. Do we have AF here inside the second service? No, we do not have AF. So if I add F to this, oh, what is it? If I add F to this, I'm expected to get just one. So if I do not get one, that means the endpoint is not working as expected. So let's go. All right, we can see that we're able to get just one. So you can just keep typing. I hope you should be able to imagine this already, or how it works. When you're trying to search for something on an e-commerce a category, you just type in and everything is dropping like that. This is the endpoint that is controlling it. So I can just also type cleaning. Definitely the two of them as cleaning. You can see, so we have all this already. So that's how this partial search function is working. The same thing with service category. Service category. So I see anything that I see. I've only registered services with cleaning. So that's the implementation. Very simple and straightforward to use. So I hope I was able to help with this presentation. If you have any other question, you can just quickly reach out to me. I'll be glad to answer you. Thank you. And don't forget to please subscribe. It's a new channel, and I really wish to be making very interesting video, very useful content to help you scale your development process very smooth. So hope to see you once again. Hope to see you again in my other video. Thank you.